Well, hi friends, it's Heather, the Malachite Lady. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about discussing what is your why. So if you'd like to talk with me about that a little bit today, stick around. So welcome back. If you've decided to join me today, you're interested in a discussion about what is your why. So before I sat down to record today, I looked to see how many subscribers I have on my YouTube channel. And when this video is going live, unless something dramatically changes between now and the time I hit upload, I have 17 subscribers. So 17 of you die-hard Malachites. Yeah, I'm gonna totally, create a name. Truckers did it too. So 17 people right now are interested in what I have to say. And I know it's been a hot minute since I uploaded anything, and I really want to resurrect this channel in 2022. So I had to sit down for myself and discover what my why is. And so I thought it would be a good chance for us to have a conversation about what your why is. Okay, so mostly what I'm talking about today is about social media and a social media presence and why I do this and that sort of thing. But it can totally be translated into other aspects of your life, right? So why do I sit down in front of my camera, as I am doing right this moment, and have one-sided conversations, honestly, because I don't get a lot of comments yet, but one-sided conversations with strangers on the internet? Okay. Well, part of, I'll be completely honest. When I first started my social media presence, which was on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm going to put a link down in the description for you if you would like to. I have a lot more followers over there than I have subscribers here on YouTube. But one of the major reasons I started, I'm going to be completely and perfectly honest with you, was to grow a following so that I could apply for the Happy Planner Squad. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's a group of PR people who share their love of Happy Planner products. I can talk, I have had coffee, but let's fix that just to make sure. Much better. So it's a group of people, predominantly women, but they have had men on the squad before, who basically PR for the Happy Planner. And as you can see over this shoulder, I have a fair number of Happy Planner stickers. I have Happy Planners dating back several years. I love the product. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. But one of the reasons I started my Instagram was specifically so that I could potentially apply for the Happy Planner Squad. Well, I have applied for it, haven't gotten it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to apply again. I thought about doing it in 2021. A whole lot was going on in my life. Anyway, neither here nor there. And when people weren't following me, when I wasn't getting likes, when I wasn't getting comments, it got disheartening, to be honest, my friends, because we get so wrapped up in the notion that in order to be valuable as people in this day and age, you gotta be liked on social media. Okay. So, first of all, that's not true. Okay, let me just start there. That's not true. And why you create content, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's you are an artist, whether you're a writer, whatever is lighting the fire in your soul cannot be lit by anyone out here. Okay? And as much as I love you all, my whole 17 subscribers at this moment, I don't do this specifically for you. I know that comes as a shock for a creator to say, I'm not doing this for the people who are watching. I'm doing it for you all in part, for sure, because I feel like I have a voice and that voice has something to say that other people need to hear. Or why would I even bother? You know, it's not as simple as recording a video and just slapping it up on YouTube. Although I think based on some of the content that I do see out there, that's exactly what some people do. But because I am an artist, as you can see right over my head, that's one of mine. Because I am an artist and because I take pride in the content that I create, I take the time to edit and I take the time to stage my photos for Instagram, and I take the time to really think about what is it that I'm putting up. Now, if you look at some of the older videos on this channel, you'll see that I haven't always taken that care. I have, you know, when I've done garden tours, I've said, you know, today's July the 4th, and you look at the date and it was July the 4th because I was very strictly trying to adhere to a posting schedule. Well, if you look at the date on this video and you look at the date on the most recent video before it, you see I kind of threw that posting schedule out the window. And while I do intend to post more regularly here, upload more content regularly here, and post more frequently on Instagram, etc., part of that is not to trick the algorithm into showing my videos to more people. Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be great if I suddenly started going viral and I started making money off of this, because right now I ain't got a job. But that's not why I'm doing it. So what is my why? And maybe by explaining what my why is, maybe that'll help you determine what your why is. Okay, so one of the things that I do at the beginning of the year, I actually start in like November, right around Thanksgiving, I guess, is start considering my word for the year. Now, I've done this for, I think since 2018 or 2019. 2019, I guess, was when I started. So I haven't been a word of the year junkie for a decade, as some people have been. I'm a little bit late to the game. I'm not an early adopter, okay? But I have thought of and put very careful care and consideration into my word of the year. So this year, right around Thanksgiving, you know, I'd been out of work for almost 2 months at that point, which was by my own choice, and that's a topic for another video perhaps. But what would encapsulate into one word my intention for 2022? And if there's interest, I'll do a video for this channel on how to pick a word for the year. But basically, you sit down, ask Uncle Google word of the year examples, but it's basically what do you want to see at the end of the year? In this particular case, it's 2022, but the advice is valid for any year that, you're watching this in 2027, assuming YouTube still exists then. The advice is still going to be valid. My hairstyle might not be, but anyway. What do you want to see your life look like at the end of the year? Okay, so I'm going on a lot of digressions, but I hope you'll stick with me here. And I'll try to edit some of them out and make this where it's not 3 hours long. But anyway, the word I chose for 2022 was consistency. And the reason for that is I have gotten off track in so many aspects of my life, y'all. I am embarrassed to show you all what the state of my garden is in right now. I know it's winter, okay? I accept it's winter. Things don't grow in winter. Although I do have some chard out there. It's pretty cool. But I got toward the end of the growing season, I got inconsistent with the garden. I got inconsistent with recording and uploading videos. I got inconsistent with posting on Instagram. And that's only reflections of what was going on up here. Okay. And that's part of what led to my participation in the Great Resignation of 2021. But I was also being very inconsistent with my eating, with my sleep, with my exercise, with my water. All of my good habits I started to be really spotty with. And so I was like, okay, here's a really good opportunity to get that back all under control. And so my word for 2022 is consistency. And I bring all of that up to explain why I'm back after so long, for one thing. But it really goes towards explaining my why. Okay, so why am I here? Again, I feel like I do have a voice that has something to say. I am a very intelligent person. I'm not going to try to humble brag or any BS like that. But I am very intelligent. I have a lot of knowledge. I learn quickly. So other knowledge that I want to learn, I'm going to pick it up. And to be honest, a lot of what I have learned to take care of my house, to do home repairs. We have a new puppy, so she'll probably be on the channel a little bit going forward. She's a moose. She's a year-old German Shepherd, and she is driving me and Mr. Malachite Lady completely crazy. Short trip, we could walk it. But, learning how to train her, learning different artistic techniques, learning repairs around the house, you name it. Stuff for the garden, you name it. A lot of what I have learned over the last 4 or 5 years, maybe longer than that, has come from right here on YouTube. So I feel like that I can add to that choir of experts. We're not really. Anyone who is on here telling you they're an expert, unless, it's like Neil deGrasse Tyson, he can totally own the title expert. But, most of us who are sitting in front of our cameras every day and hitting that big red button to record, we're not experts, all right? I'm not an expert on really anything. I'm not even an expert on myself at this point. But I'm hoping that if you've stumbled into this video or any of the other videos on my channel, you're wanting to learn a little bit of something about organic growing in Northeast Tennessee, because that's where I am. I couldn't begin to tell you at this moment in time, what is it like to grow in zone 4, because I don't live there. So if you live in zone 4, my videos might not have the most appropriate content for you. But if you live in zone 7A, maybe I've got some content that would help you out. And so this year in 2022, we're going to do a lot more out in the garden, some more in the garden with the Malachite lady. One of my most viewed videos on this channel, for whatever reason, and I'm not even sure why that particular one has been viewed so many times. It's been viewed almost 150 times. I say that like it's a lot, but for me it is. Was just a simple garden tour. There wasn't any educational component. It was just me walking around in my garden, showing you what was growing at that time. And at that particular moment in time, there wasn't a whole lot growing. So, what makes things popular on YouTube? I don't know. But, if you do like what I'm putting out there, please let me know. Like it, subscribe to the channel, comment, engage with me in some way, so I know that what I'm putting out there is what you want to see. Let me know that the voice that I am singing with in this choir of YouTube is in tune with what you want to hear. Okay? So another part of the why is, this is for me. This is a way, kind of like a video diary, especially with regards to my wellness and my fitness, right? So, most of the time, if you've stumbled into the videos here on the Malachite Lady channel, you're looking for gardening videos, you're looking for lifestyle videos. I am a runner. A year and a half ago, I would have said, yeah, but I take walk breaks. Well, I think in another video in the before times, I mentioned that I'm listening to an amazing podcast, and I follow her all the places, by a woman named Jill Angie. She does the Not Your Average Runner. And she says, if you run, you're a runner, period. Okay, so in 2022, one of my goals is to not say, yeah, but I take walk breaks. Oh, big freaking deal. So does Jeff Galloway, and he won an Olympic gold medal, I think. An Olympic medal of some kind. He was an Olympic marathoner. He's amazing. I'll do my research and fact check myself down in the description. But if walk intervals are good enough for an Olympic marathoner, they are good enough for fluffy little Malachite lady, okay? So, your girl takes walk breaks, but I'm still a runner. You also have probably wandered into the channel to look at things like my acrylic pour painting. We'll probably do some more of that on the channel if there's interest. And I'm going to start using up some of those stickers, and we're going to do some playing with me's, friends. Might I ever make it onto the Happy Planner Squad? Who knows? But maybe I will. Okay? But it's something I enjoy doing, and I think that there's enough people out there that want to have a little chat with me while I'm decorating my planner. It's not going to be a strict, this is how you put stickers on paper, because you know what? How I put stickers on paper is very different than how maybe you would like to do it. There is a particular YouTuber on here that I follow she cracks me up. I love her videos just because of her way of doing her videos. Her planning style and my planning style are completely different. She's a no white space planner, which basically means she puts stickers everywhere on the page and writes on the sticker. And it's runs with craft scissors is her name. And I love her videos because of her, just her conversational, what she gets to talking about, that sort of thing. Not because of necessarily her planning style. Okay. So, you know, how those plan with me's will end up being, I don't even know at this point. We'll see how that goes. But it's, you know, the different things that I'm planning to do for the channel have so little to do with what I think are going to get me thousands and thousands of likes. Would it be great if I got to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours so I could start earning some ad revenue? Of course it would, because every little bit helps. But that's not why I do it. Okay, so how do you figure out what your why is? I know it's like, Heather, come on, girl. You had a topic, right? Let's get to it. So let's get to it. So how do you determine what is your why? There's a whole concept in philosophy called following your bliss. Okay. You also might hear it if you are of pagan bent, doing the great work. There's all manner of ways of describing what this is. The what is your why, the why, okay? And in my recent position as a library director, one of my especially during the pandemic, because unless you're living under a rock, in which case can I join you if you're not aware of what's going on in the world. Library work changed so much over the last couple of years because of the pandemic. And so one of the things that I frequently told my staff to do was determine what is your why. Why are you a librarian? Why are you working in public libraries? Why do you get up every morning? I guess is how deep we need to distill this down, okay? If you have a regular job, you know, outside the home or remotely, you know, basically if you work for someone else, whether that's out in the world or remotely from your home, because a lot of companies went remote because of COVID. Then what is it that motivates you to clock in every day? Is it simply because you need a paycheck? And that's okay. You know, I hope that if that's the case with your regular job, you know, if what you do to earn money is so you can earn money, then I really hope that you have something else in your life, my friend, that brings you joy. You know, I'm not going to go all Marie Kondo on you and what sparks joy, because she's awesome, but that's not what we're here for. I'm going to really try not to do a whole lot of toxic positivity on the channel. Y'all know my love is of the tough variety. But I hope that there's something in your life that makes you happy. Okay? So if your day-to-day job, what you do to earn money, isn't your vocation, okay? If that's not how you worship the God of your understanding, then what is it in your life that helps you do that? Is it working in your garden? Is it putting stickers on paper? Is it creating jewelry or art? Or do you write? Are you a poet? Do you like to redecorate your house? Do you like to landscape? Do you like to play with your pets? What is it in your life that makes you happy and makes you joyful. And you can surround that kernel, you know, say for instance, what brings you the most joy is working in your garden. Okay. So maybe your garden, maybe your garden is 2 or 3 5-gallon buckets on a 4-foot by 4-foot concrete balcony or patio, because you live in an apartment or a rental house. Then garden the heck out of that, my friend. You can grow a heck of a lot of food in 5-gallon buckets. And maybe we'll do some of that this year. We'll do some container gardening so you can see what small space gardening looks like. Do you only have enough space to put in a 4x4 raised bed? Well, you can do square foot gardening and you can grow a whole lot of food. So before I get into the whole garden proselytizing, because I do tend to do that, you've met me once or twice, because I believe everybody can grow some kind of food. But if that is what brings you joy, and then you're like, well, all I've got is 5-gallon buckets on a patio, no one would want to know anything about that. F that. There's a lot of people who would want to know how to successfully grow food for their family in 5-gallon buckets. So my goodness, film it. If the thing that sparks joy for you is cleaning your house, my goodness, there's an audience for that. But don't do it for the audience. Okay? So that comes down to why I'm sitting here in front of my camera for my 17 subscribers. It's because my why is I just feel like I've got something to say. So if your why is you feel like you've got something to say, then sit down with your camera. And I apologize if you can hear the puppy in the background. Evidently, she's got something to say too, as she usually does. Someone probably walked by, or a leaf blew in the wind. I don't know. We're working on that with her. But don't make your why dependent on other people. Okay? Don't worry about whether or not you're going to get 10,000 views on every video that you put up. Don't worry about whether or not you're going to monetize in the first 3 months you're on YouTube. Don't worry about whether or not you're going to have enough followers on Instagram or on YouTube to get onto the Happy Planner Squad. Okay? One of the people that I do follow who was on the Happy Planner Squad, that's how I learned about it to begin with, Heather Kell of Kell of a Plan, she frequently says comparison is the thief of joy. And boy howdy is she right. Okay, if you sit there every day and you're, okay, I'm gonna create a video on XYZ, I'm gonna put a post up on Instagram, I'm gonna blog about whatever, and you are worried back here in your little lizard brain about whether or not other people are going to like it, then you're not doing it for the right reasons. If you're constantly comparing your content with someone else, you're not doing it for the right reasons. Okay? Right now, as I'm filming, I am filming on an iPhone, okay? I'm filming on an iPhone on an aluminum tripod that I got at Walmart. Not the iPhone, the tripod. I don't have fancy equipment. I don't have fancy light. The light we've got is coming in from my window, so the light in here is not the greatest today, and I do apologize for that. But I'm not filming on fancy equipment. I don't have, you know, all the apps and everything. I've started on YouTube using the phone that I have and free editing software and audio from the YouTube Creator Studio audio library and a free Canva account. Are you catching a theme here? Free? But you can still produce amazing content with free stuff and with the camera that you've already got that you carry around in your pocket. You just have to be creative. If just doing a video diary where you sit down in front of a camera and then you upload it to the internet, if that makes you happy, whether you've got 1 view or 1 million, do it. If you are doing content from a place of authenticity, and that's one of the key words on this channel, remember, is being your authentic self. If you are growing your following organically, you know, you're not buying likes and you're not buying follows and all of that stuff. If you're letting your audience grow organically, like my garden, and you're being authentic and you're doing it for the right reasons, then the right people will start to follow you. Do you really want a viral following of people who are ugly to you in your comments? I don't. I want people who are really here because they want to hear what I have to say, and who are here because something I know is something they want to know. That's my why. And whether that's one person who watches a video or 1 million, the people who are supposed to will. You know, I have a very philosophical view on this whole thing. That's one of the reasons I took a break from the channel, is because I was getting bogged down on the fact that no one was subscribing, no one was liking, no one was whatever. So I had to kind of take a step back. Plus I was working crazy hours and pandemic and all the things. So I really had to rediscover why I'm doing the channel. And the reason I'm doing it is for myself, first and foremost, as a method of building consistency. You know, the filming and the editing and the uploading and all of that builds a consistent routine. Plus, it's for the one person. You know, every video that I do from now forward, or even, you know, the videos that I've done on the channel previously, but everything that I do going forward, I want to do it with the understanding that the one person who needs to see it is who's going to see it. I don't believe in coincidence. So if you're watching this, you're supposed to. So choose your why based on you, my friend, not on anybody else. Okay? So, with that all being said, happy New Year. And until next time, be happy, be healthy, be you.